Follow the Sports Coma on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys. Best funny sports podcast in the country.
Welcome back to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys. We talking boxing, man. The first, in the third segment, the last segment that we covered, we talked Deontay Wilder. Actually, we talked about Parker and Joshua, and of course, we hit him on a little Deontay Wilder. But in this commentary, we're gonna spit a little bit more about the Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder potential fight. We'll cover it a little bit. Then we'll get into the comments maybe about Deontay Wilder, about catching the body. We'll also give you some information about Triple G, whether he will be fighting whoever he's fighting. He intends to fight on May 5th. We'll tell you a few of the possible competitors against Triple G. So, but going right back, DC, into this situation dealing to the fight dealing with Anthony Joshua. And me and you talked about this all break and many times before leading up to the fight, is the fact of the matter is this situation. You can hear Anthony Joshua talking. I've heard all the rhetoric from both sides. Trust me, I do.
Anthony Joshua, he was yelling about it last time.
He was kind of making fun of Dylan White, who said something similar. And we've heard the talks about them possibly fighting Dylan White again. Because Eddie Hearn is promotes for him. He's on that fight team, and he's trying to do this Don King thing. Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. The bottom line is, and we got a lot of AJ fans. I got love for AJ. I love his style. I think he's a true champion. But if you
do too,
if you're a man out there and you're a true heavyweight champion, don't disrespect Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder is he says it himself, he's the most dangerous man in the game, and I'm not kidding you, he is. Anthony Joshua I guarantee you that the next fight that Anthony Joshua has will not be with Deontay Wilder. And I'm sorry to bust the sports fans' heart, but it's just the rhetoric of the promoters, the promoters, and I'm speaking of Anthony Joshua's promoters. They do not want this fight to happen, because they do not want to pair AJ up against Deontay Wilder right now. They want to be able to keep him doing these fights where he fights lesser guys. You know, you're gonna go and fight Jarrell Miller, who's not even. I mean, Jarrell is a good fighter, but why would you want to go fight Jarrell Miller? And when you know if you're gonna come to America, you're gonna fight the next fighter, it should be Deontay Wilder, because the promoters want to make money. They're talking fight Dylan White. Why should he fight Dylan White? Dylan White can't beat Luis Ortiz. Dylan White can't even beat the guy that Anthony Joshua just beat in Joe Parker. He can't beat those guys. And he beat up on Lucas Brown, who's basically a bum, a one-trick pony. So, I mean, these guys, they walk out with the chest but they're not fighting anybody. They're not fighting any true champions out there. You know, and Deontay Wilder would smash Dylan White to pieces, no doubt about it. He would beat Joe Parker. Parker would not be able to get away from him what he did to Anthony Joshua.
I think Parker would get knocked out.
Deontay Wilder would knock out Joe Parker.
Because he got that hand,
and do you agree with me
that Philly shell.
Luis Ortiz would knock out Joe Parker.
Yeah. I told you Luis Ortiz was a better fighter than Joe Parker.
I agree with it. He's a tactician. He's more of a complete fighter. He's a better fighter. But that's all I'm saying that's the commentary I wanted to bring about that. So, and it's already been put out there by Deontay Wilder that the next thing that they're focusing on is fighting everybody around Parker, so he don't have any other choice but to fight. There's not too many fighters that you can actually fight if you're the champion. I mean, there's less than 5 fighters that he can actually roll up and say, well, we're going to have this and be respected.
That's Deontay Wilder's tactic is to fight everybody.
I'm telling you what he's going to do. That's the only thing he could do, is to force him to fight him by beating all of the people around him. I promise you that's what he's going to do. And that'll put pressure from the crowd to say, Anthony Joshua, see you running from us. If the man said, I'm going to take 10% or whatever, you could take 90%, and then on the second fight, we'll do, you switch that up, and you take what you want me to take in a rematch, and we can work it. And then Eddie Hearn said that's bollocks. that's Bullocks. He's not going to do that. How the hell you know it's Bullocks when you know you're not going to set the fight because you don't want that man to get his ass knocked out? Because
so
only one
Wilder
person
basically said he would fight almost for free.
He would fight for
10%?
whatever you want. Nobody in the world would say that unless they meant it.
Right.
Whatever you give me whatever you want to give, and then on the rematch you take what you wanted me to give on the first fight. Nobody would say that. So I ain't saying Joshua is scared. I'm saying his promoters will keep him away from Deontay Wilder until they fight other fighters, and then eventually after they made some more money, then they'll come back, because he already said 15 million something odd people. So I mean, let's move on, man. That's my talks on. A lot of people want to know about that. Anyway, let's get into this comment made by Deontay Wilder. He's been investigated by the commission for comments that he made about wanting a body. Here's the quote, I want a body on my record. I want one. I really do. That's the Browns bomber. He wants one. I always tell people when I'm in the ring, like I'm the Browns bomber, everything about me changes. I don't get nervous. I don't get scared. I don't get butterflies. I don't have no feelings toward the man I'm going to fight. That's, end quote, Deontay Wilder on some comments that he made on a morning show about wanting to catch a body. And of course, you know, he fought a heavyweight fighter by the name of Arthur Spicefalica, whatever his name is. And he knocked him out in the 9th round. And he was literally dead for 3 seconds.
So he got his body.
So that man almost died in the ring with him. And for him to say that kind of offset something very wrong in the boxing world. What's your comments on that quickly?
It is very what's the word I'm looking for, man?
Stupid?
It's stupid is one word. It's very insensitive as well.
Just stupid, man.
It's vicious. It's vicious. And Deontay Wilder, the dude's a monster, man. I mean, he eats, breathes, lives. He want to take your soul. It's almost like a Mike Tyson-esque. Don't this sound like something Mike Tyson would say?
Yeah.
Like
he said he want to eat the babies and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You know, just crazy nonsense. Like, he wants to destroy his opponent, literally. But I wonder if he just means it in boxing metaphor, or if he's actually serious. I mean, you think he would really be a back alley fighter just so he could punch somebody out and kill him? I'm sure if a regular person, you probably could knock him out and kill him. You know, I think this dude really gets into his character and what he does as a boxer, and it's almost like he goes into another zone, man, where he just sees red and he don't see people. It's like you're an object, and I want your body to like not move. It's very, very insensitive comment, they would say, especially dealing with the fighter that he had. He knocked him out in the 9th round, put him on his ass, and damn near killed him. Well, literally did kill him. And you know, he was allowed by the good Lord to come back to life, but he undertook him. So him saying that and actually having done it and actually having the capability to do it, I could understand why the boxing commission would come out and kind of ding him out. Now, what are they going to do? Are they going to suspend him? He's going to not be allowed to fight for so many times? They're going to fine him?
Well, we have to wait till the investigation, according to what the reports.
I don't find anything. It's an empty comment.
Well, I mean, they
could
fine him a certain amount of money. I don't see a suspension happening here. So, I mean, it ain't nothing like that.
It's empty comments, man.
Right. Well, yeah. Let's keep it moving. Let's move into the next topic. We're going to talk about Triple G now. Some news on those Triple G fans and Canelo fans is that Triple G said that he will fight May 5th regardless of who he's fighting. Of course, Canelo Alvarez is suspended by the boxing commission because he failed 2 drug tests within days of each other. So him being ready for the fight is a low percentage. But according to Triple G's promoters, and I quote, anyone who booked a plane ticket or who was planning to come to Las Vegas for Cinco de Mayo weekend to see Triple G fight, don't cancel your ticket because we're planning a Triple G fight on May the 5th, whether it's against Canelo or somebody else. So
Triple G say, the hell with that. I did all this training. I'm going to fight somebody.
Exactly. So a part of it means that, okay, the fight, they're moving the fight from the 20,000. A part of that means that the fight could be moving from the 20,000 seat T-Mobile Arena to possibly the 16,000 seat MGM Grand, which is more of the natural boxing aura that we used to watching a lot of these fights from. And some of the candidates that they looking at replacing Canelo if he can't go is one of the fringe contenders, Gary Spike O'Sullivan, 27-2 with 19 KOs. He's 33 out of Ireland, and they're looking at him to fight there. Okay. He's supposed to be fighting. He's supposed to fight on May the 4th on Golden Boy's ticket, and we'll see what happens with that. Then another prospect was Jamie Mugaya, 28-0, 24 knockouts, 21-year-old. He's kind of inexperienced, so he'll have to move up in weight. And I don't know if they consider it or not. Chances are they possibly not consider him. Then it's also middleweight contender Demetrius Andrade, 25-0, 16 knockouts. He's a former two-time junior middleweight titleist. And he said he's ready, willing, and able to fight Golovkin on May the 5th. However, Andrade, a 30-year-old southpaw and a 2008 U.S. Olympian from Providence, Rhode Island, he'll get the call because he doesn't have much recognition. He might not get it because he don't have much of recognition or anything like that. So it's interesting. So they're looking at a few things, DC, to try to make this fight happen. And another potential component is out of Brooklyn, Sergey Deverchenko, 12-0, 10 knockouts. He's 32, a former Olympian out of Ukraine. So they got a few options. Nothing as appealing as the Canelo. So hopefully for boxing fans, we'll get that second fight if Canelo can come clean. Let's move into our final topic. DC, the undercard bout between Alexander Plavakian and David Price went 6 rounds with the mean Russian bulldog knocking that guy the hell out, man. You seen that fight, man.
The blind bomber.
What do you think about that fight? Because to me, that was the fight I really want to see with Parker and Joseph. It didn't happen. But at least we got that middle.
I think Parker and Joseph should have fought for 6 rounds, and they should have put that on the main ticket. It's pretty entertaining fight, man. That little short Russian guy, I don't know his name. I wasn't familiar with Plavakian, man.
Only one loss now, and that was against Klitschko.
That's a worthy opponent to lose to.
Hey.
The blind bomber.
Right, man.
You know, whatever you want to call him.
He said he don't want.
He got a nickname.
He says he don't want to fight nobody else. If his next fight, he wants to fight Joshua.
Well, they should line it up, man. It would be an entertaining fight. He's a brawler,
I'm gonna tell you this right now. 2 fighters that JJ will not fight will be Plavakian and Wilder. I guarantee you that they do not want that fight. Anyway, thank you for listening to us on the Sports Cone, Big Q and the Guys. If you love the show, remember to donate at patreon.com/PRO Media Network. From me and DC, peace.
You're listening to the PRO Media Network, the next level in entertainment.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the Guys on the PRO Media Network.